why that needed to be specific.
They eat what? Here are some of the strangest diets we've ever heard of. However,
does this guy have all the Big Mac boxes on his wall? That is quite something.
we're not suggesting that you try them or even that they work. President Trump is known to indulge in junk food.
He's on a like multi-million rand airplane, fine dining, golden, looks like golden knife and fork, and he's having like a piece of KFC. What a legend. Wow.
But is his diet worth following? Inside Edition put Abe Canfor to the test. He's in the same height, weight, and age group as the president. Trump's diet includes lots of red meat, fast food, and 12 cans of Diet Coke daily. So what happened when we asked Abe to eat like Trump for a week?
What is it like drinking 12 Diet Cokes a day?
It's an inhuman task. I'm completely inundated with soda.
What's it feel like?
It feels like there's no room for air.
That's one way to lose weight. Just drink so much gassy cool drink that you have no space for food, and you'll eat less.
I am so bloated and so full. I would like to drink water, but
I love that. So I'm drinking so much cool drink, I can't even fit in water. Guys, then you know that this is not a good diet when it prevents you from drinking water. Okay, let's continue.
I have no room left.
It might be better to eat like First Lady Melania Trump. Reports say she practices portion control and tries to eat 7 pieces of fresh fruit a day, including her favorites, peaches and apples. But Inside Edition's Ann Mercogliano found out where Mrs. Trump likes to go to treat herself.
When the First Lady wants to indulge, this is one of her favorite spots, the world-famous John George restaurant at the Trump International Hotel in New York. And nothing on the menu delighted her more than the chicken parmesan. It's not cheap at $68, but it is so good.
No light lunches will be found in this kitchen, where this woman preps meals for boxer Floyd Mayweather.
Pre-fight, either a steak or fish, not too many carbs, and we're big on juicing.
Kiana Jeffries, or Chef Q, was hired to cook for the undefeated champ as he geared up to fight Manny Pacquiao in 2015. She says she tried to keep the menu lean, but every now and then the champ needed to give in to his cravings.
He'll call me, "Hey chef," I'm like, "Hey champ, what's up? I'm hungry." "Okay, what would you like?" Just give me some turkey hot dogs with barbecue sauce and Thai ramen."
Whatever he ate worked as he remained undefeated after his matchup with Pacquiao. How does this fitness buff maintain his physique while eating ice cream sundaes, whole pizzas, and multiple sandwiches in one sitting? Blake Horton is the creator of the Blake Diet, which has him eating just one meal a day, consisting of 4,000 calories. He burns it all off with calisthenics and martial arts. While a lot of the stuff he eats looks fattening and full of sugar, he says the results speak for themselves. This town encouraged all of its residents to get fit together. After the coronavirus hit and kept people indoors, many were complaining of rampant weight gain. So officials in Huntington, New York encouraged residents, all 200,000 of them, to watch what they eat and get moving.
When you decrease weight and decrease obesity, it will improve your survival for COVID-19.
This man set a world record with his love of one food, McDonald's Big Mac. Don Gorski was honored with a Guinness World Record in 2016 after he ate 28,000 Big Macs. But by 2017, he had eaten 30,000.
There was like when you have chocolate for the first time and you can't get enough chocolate or whatever, that's the way it was for me with Big Macs. And so I was eating 9 Big Macs a day for almost a month before I really calmed down and got into a normal eating pattern.
By normal, he means he only has about 2 Big Macs a day now. But every day and every burger brings him closer to his next milestone.
This is my bag of Ruffles potato chips.
Christine Moore says her potato chip habit saved her life. She has eaten Ruffles potato chips every day for the past 20 years. But one day, a chip turned her on to something that was happening in her throat.
One of these sharp edges, I must not have chewed it up good enough. and it poked me in my tonsil.
Christine had her husband look in her throat with a flashlight, and what he saw alarmed him enough to send her to a doctor. It turned out Christine had cancer in her tonsils, most likely from decades of smoking. But she wonders if she would have caught the cancer in
Chips will
time
save your
if it
life.
hadn't been for that jagged, ruffled chip.
It's like a blessing in disguise.
Bug appetit.
Bug appetit.
But could you stomach a dish made with bugs? From ants to spiders to scorpions, some chefs are not shying away from putting the creepy crawlers on their menus. And they say it's not some newfound trend.
People have been eating bugs forever.
In that bowl?
And the Western world kind of stigmatized it and made us not want to eat it. But the fact that 80% of the world's nations eats bugs, I mean, we are in the minority.
Even for the most adventurous eaters, some diets will always be easier to try than others.
Oh, guys, that is amazing. So I'm not going to recommend any of these. Look, technically, bugs are high in protein, but I don't normally put those on my diets. Yeah, unless you specifically ask, I'm sure we can make a plan. But I mean, also that the fact, I don't think I've ever heard that someone says chips have saved my life. So I'm not so sure about that one. But oh goodness, guys, there was a lot of very interesting things there. I mean, the most sensible one I can think of is Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he was eating clean and they made it sound like, oh, sometimes he's naughty. He'll have a hot dog. Oh my goodness. I mean, really, that really is okay. But I think the part that shocked me the most, having 9 Big Macs every single day. That is fantastic. And I loved it when he said, and then he went to a normal diet. And I would be like, Mo, listen, what is a normal diet? And he only went to 2 Big Macs a day. So I think that is very interesting. But something that I will tell you though, let's look at a burger, right? So you've got your bun, which is your carbohydrates. You've got your chicken or beef, right, which is now your protein. Then you've got some fat, yeah, let's say like mayonnaise or something. Then you've got some salad, definitely not a lot. There's some gherkins and lettuce. But if you're looking at a burger in general, a burger's kind of a balanced meal, right? Hear me out. Don't leave the video. Let me explain. So it's normally let's say the chips and let's say the cool drink that normally make it bad. But even if you're looking at a sandwich, right, what's different from a burger and a sandwich? It's just that a sandwich, got your bread, you got your protein, you got your salad, got your fat. So it really can then work well in a balanced meal, in a balanced meal plan. All right, guys, very, very interesting ones. But yeah, I think we've got one more to go. So guys, very interesting. We've got one more video to go. Let's see what I've been sent.
Here's what I eat as a high-fat carnivore. Lots of raw steak. Just kidding.
Whoa.
I actually like to
Did she say, hopefully she said steak, right?
sear my steak. Flash sear is best.
I'm not going to lie, guys. Because this is a carnivore diet, I honestly heard prostate instead of steak. And I just thought, well, technically that is a carnivore diet. But yes. Anyways, I'm glad that that's why I had to go back and just check that she did indeed say steak. Okay, let's go.
With a blue rare juicy inside. For my side, I had some soft boiled eggs
Okay.
and of course my usual cold butter.
That is interesting. Okay, so literally just eggs, steak, and cold butter. I don't know why cold. Why that needed to be specific. Why not normal butter? But very interesting. Let's go to the next one. The reason why I went back there is because Liver King, dietitian's favorite. He was eating liver, but he would be eating testicles. So that's why I just thought, I hope that this was not catching on with other body parts. Please don't eat any raw genitalia in part of your diet. I will never put that in your diet either. All right, I never thought I'd be saying that on live camera, but here we are. Let's go to the next one.
I woke up after the holidays and realized I'm fat. During my morning stroll, I noticed the only super
Liver
jacked
King?
people I
No
know
ways.
eating in common
He's there. Joe Rogan.
on carnivore diet. So I bought my meat, sharpened my knives, cut my steaks. It's time to test all this hype. Over the next 30 days, I'm going to answer these questions. Can the carnivore diet get me shredded with those eye-popping abs? Will I have so much energy that battle ropes feel like spaghetti? And will I be able to throw an insane turning sidekick? My 30 days starts now.
The average guy does carnivore diets. I love it. That's just how I love that Liver King popped up after that. By the way, for those of you that don't know, he took proper steroids, but as in, if you look at the amount of money that he spent on his steroids, it was crazy. So just know, if you eat like that, you will not get ripped like that unless you're having the special off-label type of juice, which I'm not going to recommend. Okay, let's check the next one.
This is why you should do the carnivore diet. This is day one. I just finished day one. It was beautiful. I'm about to destroy this 18-ounce ribeye and 2 eggs.
It looks delicious. Ooh, that chewing sound I feel was unnecessary. Okay, eggs, steak, let's go for it. Just so that you know, guys, the people that I do know that have done the carnivore diet, maybe a bit TMI, but you'll notice that there's no fiber in the diet whatsoever. So they would have a hard time passing a stool. Let's just say that. So just know that is not often talked about as, I think that's why you burn so many calories, because you're just on the toilet so much trying to squeeze that. No, I'm joking. Too much information. But like, guys, it is really bad. You need your fiber for so many reasons. So with the carnivore diet, yes, it's high in protein. Yes, your energy can be sustained because, it breaks down slowly. But yeah, guys, carnivore diet is not a, you can look at everything from all your vitamins to your minerals. You're going to need a multivitamin. For the clients that have asked me, should I go on it? So look, the only way we'd really be able to do it sustainably is with a multivitamin. But then why go on it then if it's not going to be something sustainable as well? And for a lot of medical conditions, not really ideal to be just having steak and eggs, especially what we spoke about earlier with the cholesterol. Let's check one or two more.
Here's what I order as a high-fat carnivore when I cannot cook.
Did she just eat a slab of butter? Is that a slab of butter? Did she just eat it with a smile? That is incredible. Wow.
I love In-N-Out because their burger patties are cooked in its own fat. I get 8 patties without salt, no cheese, and it's $1 each. What did you eat today?
Did she just eat like 7? Okay, guys, listen. I hope I never get to a stage in my life where I will, as a snack in the day, whip out. Questions. How did she have this slab of butter with her in the middle of the day? Was she carrying it in her handbag? Was she carrying you carry like a cooler box? Imagine that. You're just sitting there, whip out your handbag, whip out this block of butter, and just started wow, guys, that is incredible. I think you are missing out on many other things in life that you could be enjoying. Wow, okay. What is the name here? At Steak and Butter. Love it. What a name. Let's see if we've got time for one more.
Ruminant meat is the only food that people can actually survive on as a single food without supplementing anything else, which is the perfect elemental diet for a sick person. That in the first study on the carnivore diet, released by Harvard this November, adults consuming a carnivore diet experienced few adverse effects and instead reported health benefits and high satisfaction. The surprise came because an average of 90% of people saw improvements across all diseases on the diet.
This is what happens when you can't interpret research. Time school. So the study she's referencing is this social media survey on adults who consumed a carnivore-style diet for more than 6 months. They reported high levels of satisfaction and improvements in various medical conditions. Now, here's the key point. This was all based on how these people felt and what they decided to report. Did they have their medical records checked? No. Did they perform any blood tests, any body measurements, assess their diet through validated food frequency questionnaires? No. Did they have a medical assessment to objectively check if they had symptom improvement before and after the study? No. In other words, you simply had to take their word for it. Not just that, but there's a clear case of selection bias. Because those who experience negative health effects from a carnivore diet wouldn't have carried on for more than 6 months. So you're basically only surveying those who felt better on it and not the thousands who felt crap. They also didn't run any statistical analyses on any major lifestyle habits like exercise, sleep, or smoking. So this really shouldn't be called a research study. It should really just be called anecdote in a subset of the population that felt good on a carnivore diet. Class dismissed.
I think that's such a great video to end off on the research on that. And that is like the fact that they didn't do any medical tests. You can ask someone, how do you feel? Good, yes or no, thumbs up. Versus, I mean, that's 6 months, but what about the medical tests? What about your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your gut issues? I mean, all these other aspects. Let's say, did you even though you can feel better, was it practical for you? So let's say, for example, you follow the carnivore diet, but now you with, let's say, friends and family, you're at a wedding and you can only have a piece of steak, which is okay, it's manageable. But now your kid has their birthday party and they're having cake, but you can't. Like, it's interesting, those aspects. So they talk about satisfaction is, I'm curious as to the metrics that they used in that. I'm very glad that they looked at that, because they only interviewed the people at the end that actually stayed. So if you, after 2 months, said, listen, I'm out of here, I can't be eating butter, again, whipping out your butter and like chowing on it, and looking at your cholesterol. So, you know, I just think from all these aspects, is it sustainable from a health standpoint? You know, I am curious. And if you're looking at all diseases, the one diet that has been proven many times over to look at all cardiovascular outcomes in health, your gut and your energy and everything, is the Mediterranean diet. And it's a bit of balance of everything. Your lean meats, it's your whole grains, it's your fruits, it's nuts, it's lean fish and a bit of wine as well, good exercise. It's everything in balance. Meanwhile, the carnivore diet is quite an extreme that for a lot of people can't really sustain for a long period of time. Guys, this is amazing. Please keep sending those videos. Please leave it in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Of all the things I thought